Attitude. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts. It is more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, than what other people think or say or do. It is more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. It will make or break a company, a church, a school, or a home. The remarkable thing is that we have a choice every day regarding the attitude that we will embrace for that day. We can't change our past, we can't change the fact that people will act in a certain way, and we cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. So it is with you, and so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitudes. That's Charles Swindoll. And I think tonight, our third annual awards night, a PTSA awards night, is just a reflection of that. It's a reflection of attitude. This year, nearly half of the graduating class will be receiving awards of achievement, both personal and academic, that they've acquired over a 4-year period. Those achievements, however, began in the first grade. They began at home. So these achievement awards just didn't suddenly appear. They're a result of hard work, of self-discipline, of attitude, applied on a daily basis. These awards recognize excellence in academics and in personal achievement. In the face of competing demands as you move through high school in particular, they represent time, energy, focus, hard work. These awards also are a tribute and in a certain way a thank you from your children to you for all of the hard work, all of the anguish and wringing of hands and late evenings and worrying, of all the demands you put on them over the years, of all the great devotions and all of the great love you've showered on them over the years, time and time and time again, regardless of the circumstances. And that you've also given so freely of your time and your energies for the love of your children. And I think tonight is a tribute to that. And so without saying anything else, just let me say that thank you very much for coming. There are a great many awards tonight. About halfway through, we'll stop, take a 10 or 15-minute break, and offer you the opportunity to take advantage of our refreshments that our PTSA is providing out back. Please hold your applause until we have awarded all of the students for a particular award. Our first presenter is Mrs. Patricia Hallinan, our Vice Principal.
I have the pleasure of presenting the awards from the PTSA. The first awards are presented to the highest ranking student over the longest number of years. Right.
Ma'am.
Thank you. Right. The first award is Excellence in English. That goes to Scott Simpson. Excellence in Art, Jeff Hardacre. Excellence in Business, Stephen McGuire. Excellence in American Government. Scott Simpson, I think, already received that award. It was included in the first one. Just stand, Scott, please. Excellence in French, Catherine Yen. Excellence in Latin, Jennifer Casoli. Excellence in Spanish, Gregory Boitner. Excellence in Technical Drawing, Andrew Richards. Excellence in Home Economics, Michelle Yuva. Excellence in Mathematics, Stephanie Leclerc. Excellence in Science, Scott Simpson. Outstanding and unselfish contribution to the school, girl, Amy Leppo. This is by election by her peers. Boy, Brendan Callanan. Jerry Boyson Awards for Outstanding Contribution to the Band, Rachel Spear. Jerry Boyson Award for Outstanding Contribution to the Orchestra, James Noren. Jerry Boyson Award for Outstanding Contribution to the Choral Music, Christina Hogan. Dennis O'Leary will do the presentations for the second round of awards from the PTSA.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to announce the following awards, the second tier of the PTSA Awards, given annually in honor of academic achievement to a student who may be the second rank or has shown exceptional academic effort. Excellence in English, Michelle Yuva. Excellent in Art, Daniela Lima. Excellence in Business, Jennifer Hackett. For excellence in American government, Kathleen Conler. For excellence in Latin, Stephen McGuire. For excellence in Spanish, Kimberly Ring. For excellence in technical drawing, James Jolly. For excellence in mathematics, Stephen McGuire. There are two award winners for excellence in science, Kathleen Conler and Gregory Beutner. The next presenter will be Mr. William Knott, representing the Linden Tree Coffee House.
The Linden Tree Coffee House has been in operation 9 years now, and we operate in downtown Wakefield. And we have nationally known as well as locally known performers, singer-songwriters, traditional musicians, and a general acoustic music venue. And we also give out this award for an Excellence in Music Award, and we call it the Linden Tree Coffee House Excellence in Music Award. And this year, it goes to, and it's not only just a plaque, but there's a $100 money order with it. and you can spend it however you want. It's unrestricted. It goes to Rachel Freeman Spear. Mary Louise will be coming right there.
Reverend Smalls?
Unitarian Universalism has always had a social activism as part of its history. Activists like Clara Barton in healthcare, Susan B. Anthony in women's rights, and religious reformer Theodore Parker are among the men and the women that share as a part of this history. It is in that tradition this evening that I present on behalf of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Wakefield, the Wakefield Unitarian Universalist Social Justice Award to the outstanding senior who has demonstrated the greatest passion for the path of social action. This year's award, which is a plaque and a cash award of $100, is presented to Kelly Vinciguerra.
Our next award is the United States Army Reserve Scholar Athlete Award. It will be presented by Colonel John Encarnacio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the class of 1994. It's my pleasure to be here this evening, first to present the Army Reserve Scholar Athlete Awards, and then West Point presentation of a certificate of acceptance. For the girl, Alexis Bailey, Scholar Athlete. Scholar Athlete, boy, Brendan Callanan. It's my pleasure, first as a proud parent of a young man who just graduated from West Point, my son Anthony, and a daughter that's just completed her freshman year at West Point. It's a great pleasure to see Wakefield High School being represented again at West Point with the class of 1994 WHS, will be 1998 at West Point. On behalf of the President of the United States and the Secretary of the Army, I'm proud to present to Brendan this certificate of acceptance from the Admissions Committee of the United States Military Academy. Brendan, I just want to say, over the next several weeks that you have here in Wakefield, before you report to our day, let your hair grow, because it's no fun unless the barbers have something to shave off. Good luck to you. Congratulations.
We all love making fun of our children who have had the unique experience of going to West Point, and I'm delighted to say that John's daughter and my son Brian are yearlings now. And when Brendan finishes Beast Barracks, if he ever gets through it, get the 3-day phone call, get me out of here. Our next presentation are 2 awards for leadership, and to award them, I'd like to introduce Petty Officer First Class Warren Hart.
The first award we're putting out tonight is called the Lieutenant J.G. John Patrick Connors Award for Leadership. Just a little bit of background on how this was set up. Lieutenant J.G. Connors, a Navy SEAL team member, was killed in action in December 1989 during the United States invasion of Panama. For his gallant action, Lieutenant Connors was awarded a Silver Star, the Bronze Heart. The courage, the bravery, and the sacrifice that Lieutenant J.G. Connors exemplified the quality of leadership and devotion to duty by gallant young men and women from Massachusetts while serving in the United States Navy today. Upon recommendation of faculty and administration, this award is given to students previously unrecognized for displaying qualities of attitude, dependability, industry, and for having demonstrated good citizenship, school and community involvement, and academic progress in science. This year it goes to Sydney Scott.
Our next presentation is by Petty Officer Second Class Andrew Mallory.
Good evening. This is the Captain George Levick Street III Award for Leadership. Little background on this one. In 1945, the United States submarine USS Tarante, under the command of Captain Street, entered enemy harbors, sank a number of important Japanese surface ships, and destroyed Japanese shipyard docking facilities. In addition, the USS Tarante was credited with sinking over 7,000 tons of shipping vital to Japanese forces. For his extraordinary heroism, Captain Street was awarded the Medal of Honor and the Navy Cross. This award is given to a student previously unrecognized for displaying qualities of attitude, dependability, and industry, and for having demonstrated good citizenship, school and community involvement, and academic progress in mathematics. And this award is given to Dominic Sarney.
Our next presenter is Mr. Blanchard to present a series of awards.
Good evening, everybody, and heartiest congratulations to the soon-to-be graduated seniors. Some years ago, an anonymous donor gave a substantial amount of money to establish a scholarship to be awarded each year to the highest-ranking Wakefield senior, not just class rank, but SAT scores and overall high school record, etc. The highest ranking overall senior to attend Boston College. The donor identified also a selection committee to represent CSF in that regard. As a member of the committee, I'm delighted to present a check this evening for $800, which represents the first half, actually, of a $1,600 scholarship. The second half will be presented in January, and a total of $6,400 for 4 years, this year to Bill Wallace. Earlier this year, the Social Studies Department faculty selected from many applications 2 juniors to represent Wakefield High School at a leadership conference called Freedom's Foundation at Valley Forge. Yes, the very same place that George Washington spent a brutal winter way back when. Being selected from Wakefield High, however, was only the beginning, because before these finalists actually got to go to Valley Forge, they had to survive a very, very difficult regional interview and compete against other high schools. Indeed, Wakefield was one of, I think, just 2, maybe 3 high schools in the entire area that had 2 candidates chosen. Some schools had none, others had 1. There were only 10, I believe, 10 or 11 altogether. I'm very proud at this time to present a certificate to those 2 outstanding juniors, Kathy Turco and Brian Burns. Okay. The Middlesex County Bar Association sponsors each year a citizenship awards program in conjunction with Law Day. While this young man received his official recognition at the Cambridge Courthouse earlier this month, we wanted to add to that this evening with his classmates present. The recipient excelled in the study of justice and criminology. He has participated in the Police Explorer Scouts program for 2 years with the Stoneham Police Department. He will attend the State Student Trooper program this summer, and in the fall will attend North Shore Community College to study criminal justice, which he hopes to make his career. Please extend your congratulations to William E. McLaughlin. We have several student government awards this evening. First of all, Student Government Day. Student Government Day is a program where students take over state government for a day, right from the governor on down. Scott Simpson and Allison Currier were elected by the student body last November and attended workshops in preparation for Student Government Day in April. But when that day came, both had legitimate conflicts and couldn't be there. As a matter of fact, each was out of state. And so we fortunately had elected an alternate, and Kevin Matthews spent the day as a member of the House of Representatives at the Great General Court in Beacon Hill. Now, they tell me that 2/3 of the current state legislators had their beginning as Student Government Day delegates. So who knows whether any or all of these 3 will one day be folks voting on whether we should have the death penalty or seat belts or aid to education or whatever. Now, Representative Cass had hoped to be here until earlier today when his schedule just became impossible to present citations, so he asked me if I would do it. I'm happy to. If Scott and Allison and Kevin would come forward. This year, the Student Forum became a major role player in the life at Wakefield High School. We've both attended and hosted leadership conferences, conducted a Spirit Week, a pep rally for the winter tournament teams, volunteered for My Brother's Table, and we are currently the initial group behind the School Pride Day on Thursday. You should know that because it was the only time available, this group met every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m., every Wednesday since last September. I'm not sure how I made it, but they did anyway. I'm awfully proud of these young men and women who have worked hard, and I think they've earned or learned some valuable lessons in leadership and responsibility. With the following students who really put in a full year of work and effort, please come forward. Brendan Callanan, Richard Cook, Ellen Koch, Danielle Mokaba, Kathy Yen, and our junior president, Emily Shea. Happy to tell you that Emily has been re-elected for a second term as president in her senior year. Just two more. It is not without hard work that the Citizen Scholarship Foundation of Wakefield holds down the #1 ranking in the United States. If you didn't realize that, they are the #1 rated scholarship foundation in terms of the amount of money that's given out at graduation and so forth in these United States. And the student directors play an important role in that success, specifically in working with the Phonathon in March. And this year, they also, through their dance in the spring, raised the remaining money needed to create a permanent fund of $2,000 in their name, which will be awarded to a deserving graduate this year. I have some well-deserved certificates for the following if they come forward: Alexis Bailey, Jennifer Casoli, Megan Connolly, Kara Dwyer, Nicole Mahalka, Danielle Mokaba, and Billy Wallace. Kara tells me that the girls' tennis team won their tournament match this afternoon. And finally, the Xerox Award in Humanities and Social Sciences goes to a junior based on scholarship in the humanities or social sciences, along with leadership and community service. The winner will be eligible to apply for a special Xerox scholarship at the University of Rochester in Rochester, New York. The award seeks to emphasize the importance of a broad educational background in preparing students for future careers. This year's recipient is Brian Burns. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Blanchard. Our next awards are the Nichols Award, Doyle Award, and the Coaches Award. These will be presented by Dr. Paula Mullen. Dr. Mullen.
The first award that I'm going to give out is the Nichols Award, which goes to the most outstanding female athlete. This year's recipient has earned 12 varsity letters in 4 years. As a senior, she captained the girls soccer team, indoor track team, and outdoor track team. She was a Middlesex League All-Star in all 3 seasons. She was named the outstanding student athlete on the girls soccer team last fall. She finished 6th in New England in the dash last winter and holds the Wakefield High School record in that event. She's a member of the school record-holding 4x100 relay team and 4x400 relay team. She is the school record holder in the 200 and 100 meter dashes. She is a superior athlete, a tough competitor, and a positive role model for all future athletes. She will attend Bowdoin College next year. Danielle Mukaba. The Doyle Award goes to the most outstanding male athlete. This year's recipient led the football team in scoring with 80 points and 13 touchdowns. He was the team's most valuable player and Middlesex League All-Star. He was a tri-captain of the basketball team and named the team's best offensive player. In outdoor track, he co-captained the team and set school records in the 200 and 100 meter dashes. Last Saturday, he broke the state Class B 200 meter record with a time of 22.0 seconds. This young man is a talented, all-around athlete whose speed makes him exciting to watch in any sport. He will attend UMass Amherst next year. Scott Price. The next 2 awards are called the Coaches Awards, and they go to students who are not only outstanding athletes, but possess all those intangible qualities that coaches look for when they're picking people for their teams. This year's female recipient has earned 11 varsity letters in 4 years. As a senior, she was captain of the girls soccer team, indoor track team, and outdoor track team. She was a Middlesex League All-Star in all 3 sports. In soccer, she was named this year's outstanding offensive player. She was undefeated in the 600 this winter and was a member of the school record-holding 4x400 relay team. She finished 4th in the 400 at the Class B state championship and is a member of the school record-holding 4x100 relay team. She is an outstanding athlete, and she is just a great kid to have around. She will attend Bowdoin College next year. Alexis Bailey. And the Coaches Award male this year is recipient captain of the boys soccer and basketball teams. He was named the most valuable player of the soccer team, was a Middlesex League All-Star, and received the Donahue Award. In basketball, he was the team's MVP and participated in the Middlesex League All-Star game. He is a member of the baseball team, which is currently participating in the state tournament. This young man is a dedicated, hard-working athlete who is highly respected by all his coaches. He will attend Brandeis next year. Craig Campbell.
Thank you, Dr. Mullen. Our next awards are the Science Department Awards. And to begin that series, Mrs. Virginia Broda.
Good evening. We have several awards for our biology achievement. The first one is for excellence in biology, the Pasteur Award to Richard Cook. For our outstanding achievement in biology, the Darwin Award, Scott Simpson. For superior achievement in biology, the Mendel Award, Jennifer Casoli. And we have the Watson and Crick Awards for outstanding achievement in laboratory. That goes to Catherine Candler and Stephanie LeClaire. And now to present the Chemistry Award, Dr. Bob Bennett.
I'd like to present for outstanding achievement in the study of chemistry the Catalyst Award. I'd just like to mention this is the second year, next year, that advanced placement chemistry will not be offered. I wish that could change that. But this year, the Catalyst Award goes to Eric Sorensen. Dr. Thomas Belote will give the Einstein Award.
The 1994 Einstein Award for Excellence in Physics goes to Mr. Greg Beutner. The next award in psychology will be presented by Miss Jane Porter.
For excellence in psychology this year, the Freudian Award goes to two gentlemen, Mr. Richard Cook and Mr. Billy Wallace. For excellence this year in oceanography, we have three individuals. Mr. Peter Richard, Mr. Nick Sulo, and Mr. Jamie Farrell.
RMA this year, we have Nick Sulo, Pete Richard, and Cheryl Steffen. And now Dr. Bennett will present the Physiology Award.
For outstanding work in physiology, Jason Gilroy.
Just a word on our community service projects from Mrs. Porter.
Over the past 4 years, Mrs. McDonough and I have started the Social Awareness and Responsibility Club because we very much believe in social justice and community service. Some of you have done it for 1 year this past year. Some of you have done it for 4 years. You've done it through our club, through the Student Forum, the Latin Club, the National Honor Society, the girls' basketball team, the math team, and many other groups and organizations. But we just wanted you to know what you have done over 4 years. You have provided 5,000 meals to needy people. You have helped serve another 10,000 people. You've walked over 100 miles. You've collected and donated enough clothes that would dress the student body. You've funded the Pine Street Inn, the St. Francis Day Shelter, and My Brother's Table. You've provided stockings and new Christmas presents for over 300 children and adolescents. You've tutored, and you've helped hundreds of elementary school children in their classrooms. Be proud of what you did. Take this opportunity to congratulate yourself. And in the future, keep up the mission of social justice and community service. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Porter. Our next presenter will present the Life Skills Awards and the Food Service Award. Mrs. Jane Farah.
Good evening. I'm here tonight representing the occupational education programs of the Life Skills Department. The Food Service Award tonight goes to a student who for the past 2 years has been an asset to the program and a leader among his peers. He excelled in both the academic and practical parts of his program. He will be attending Johnson & Wales University for Culinary Arts in the fall. Our award tonight is presented to Paul DePietro. Our Child Care Award goes to a young woman who has demonstrated outstanding talent, motivation, dedication, and maturity while excelling as a student in Wakefield High School's Child Development Program. She was creative and caring as a student teacher in our Little People's Nursery School and found her future career while participating in her field site assignments as a teacher's aide at both the Franklin School and at St. Joe's Elementary School. She has volunteered after school to assist a special needs student at the Franklin School and initiated teaching French lessons to second graders at St. Joseph's. She will be attending Wheelock College in the fall. Our award is presented to Elizabeth Newman.
The next awards are given to the highest-ranking junior. This year, the award is given each year to high schools throughout the region. This year, the Harvard Book Award is given to Catherine Turco. Catherine, if you'll just go out there for a minute. Each year, the Rensselaer Award is also given to the highest achieving student in mathematics and the science area. It's also given to a member of the junior class. This year, this award also goes to Catherine. And the Brown Book Award for the highest achievement among the junior class this year is also given to Catherine. That's okay. The Dartmouth Book Award is presented to a junior in the top 10% of his or her class who has demonstrated intellectual leadership and has made positive contributions to the academic life of the school. This year, the award goes to Michelle Carlucci. The Williams Book Award is sponsored by the Williams College Alumni Association of Boston. Its presentation is designed to encourage intellectual excellence and to recognize student achievement. It's given to a junior in the top 5% of the class who has demonstrated intellectual and leadership qualities and has made contributions to the extracurricular life of the school. This award this year is presented to Brad Simpson. His daughter, Beth. It's all right, I've called her Brad now. I've also called Scott Brad, so I guess Beth is okay. All year long, we hear every morning there are announcements that are made throughout the school, and those are done by some of our students. It's a thankless job. It means you're down there on time every morning, if it doesn't do anything else, to get you to school on time. But it's a thankless job. It's done in the confusion of the morning, opening of school, rain, shine, hail, sleet, or snow. These two have been there every single day all year. They haven't missed a beat. And this is a matter of appreciation from myself and the faculty and the students. We have two appreciation awards for Greg Buhner and Sean Hurton. Please. one of the less recognized awards is for being there all the time. We know that success in school often is determined by how often you're there. And being there when you're sick and being there when you really don't want to be there, being there when you need to be but you'd rather be somewhere else, is a difficult thing. Lots of people don't make it, but there are a number of people who do. This year there are attendance awards for 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. No one was here all the time for 4 years. Last year there was one. The year before that, there were none. This year's attendance awards for perfect attendance all year, and this is according to our records, not according to anything else. Our records indicate that these students were here every single day for 1 year out of their 4, not necessarily this year. Kurt Anderson, please come up. Kurt Anderson. Kenny Bilicki. Kenny Bilicki. Catherine Coleman. Jason Gilroy. Stephen Halligan. Jeffrey Hardiger. Howard Harrington. Catherine Hoop. Lehman Lan. Jeffrey Lane. Stephen Leary. Kevin Matthews. Michael Monteforte, Amy Olson, Scott Price, Stephen Rubman, and Eric Sorensen. Let me just say that in some cases, this meant getting up at 5 in the morning and spending a considerable amount of time getting ready to get here, and then spending a considerable amount of time getting home. If you look across the stage here, you'll see that a lot of these people have spent more than their required time in school. They're involved in a lot of things. Thank you very much. Now you see a dramatic drop in the 1 year to 2 year awards. For 2 years of perfect attendance, there are 2. Eric Lyons and William Wallace. As you move on to your attendance awards for 3 years, you find that it is just as difficult. Danielle Okaba and David Garrity. Now, as we move on to our Presidential Fitness Awards, Sunday's coming. Our Presidential Fitness Awards for academic effort, this means outstanding effort and being not more than 10% of your graduating class. Carolyn Guerrier, Barbara Cassidy, Michelle Huber, Lauren Mueller, Wendy Silva, Ellen Koch, Danielle Toth, Howard Harrington, Anne Marie Adinolfi, Timothy Hilton, Janine Adanazio, Stephen Halligan, Zephyr Shankauer, William McLaughlin, Kimberly Burke, Sarah Descoto, David Ball, Erin Dennehy, David Hinckley, Alexandra Santarelli, and Craig Campbell. You will see that they come with a certificate, but they also come with a lapel pin, and these are not easy to come by. This little pin represents a lot of work over a lot of years, and it's something well worth wearing. There's a second set of academic awards, academic excellence awards, which are limited to the top 5% of the class. They are the following: Scott Simpson, Eric Sorensen, Kathleen Conlon, Greg Goodman, Jennifer Pisoli, Danielle Mokaba, Allison Correa, Stephanie Leclerc, Clarence Lai, Nicole Mahalka, and Douglas McDonald. Am I going to get that right, or did I get it right? Texas Christian University and the Tandy Corporation have been awarding certificates of excellence in mathematics, science, and technology in particular for the last 10 years. Our science and mathematics departments nominate students who fall into the top 2% of the class for these awards, and they compete against other kids in other schools. This year we have a number of awards, and they are given this year to top 2% awards: Eric Sorensen, Kathleen Conler, and Greg Bjertner. The academic top 2% in Outstanding Math and Science Student Award goes to a familiar face, Scott Simpson. Now, before we go any further down the road, what we'd like to do is take about a 10-minute break and let you stretch. Thank you very much. Please get started. To begin our second half, of the program, the 21st Century Awards will be presented by Mr. Tom Merchant. Mr. Merchant.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan, and congratulations to the graduates and best wishes. On behalf of the English Department, I would like to present the 21st Century Awards. These awards are given to students who have shown and demonstrated most outstanding effort during all 4 years at Wakefield High School. The recipients of the award, the recipients are Rachel Spear, please come up, Sean Hurton, Katie Candler, and Katie Coleman. The four of you, please come up.
The next awards in the English department will be given by Ms. Cherry Dubois and Mr. Ron Cromwell.
The English department is pleased to give some special awards this evening. One of the awards is for creativity, and this award is going to a young man who was particularly known for his poetry and creative expression. Last year went to Bread Loaf at Millbury College in Vermont for a few days for a special program there. The English department is very pleased to present its Creativity Award to Mr. Greg Boytner.
Again, congratulations to all the graduates. Another award that the English department gives each year is the award for the most improved student. And this year I'm very happy that it's going to a senior who I had as a junior, Steve Halligan. Another award that is given each year by the English department is one for excellence in writing and literature. And it goes this year to a girl who I did not have in class, but I've heard is a wonderful student. And she has a great ability in analyzing and writing about literature. And she has a wonderful love for reading. Miss Elizabeth Newman.
Thank you, Mr. Cromwell. Miss Diane Lynn will now make some corrections in something I did earlier when I gave away the Brown Book Award, which she was supposed to give. So she will now give away the criteria for that, as well as the another award. Miss Lynn.
Thank you. And I add my congratulations to the class of 1994. I wrote this speech, so I have to say it now. Kathy, I won't ask you to come up again, but I do want everyone here to know that each year the alumni of Brown University ask the members of the English department to choose the outstanding junior English student, and Kathy Turco certainly is that. She is a prodigious reader. She is a marvelous writer of essays, short stories. As co-editor of Warrior Times, she writes lots of editorials, so she is certainly most deserving of the Brown Book Award. So let me congratulate you, Kathy. And the second award that I'm very happy to present tonight is the Warrior Times Award. For a long time, there was no newspaper at the high school, and last year we were able to begin again with Warrior Times. And we've had 2 very good years, and we publish our newspaper about 7 times a year, sometimes 8. We've had some very good seniors working on the newspaper, but one young man in particular intrigued me. He was not anyone who really seemed the newspaper type, but he just dropped by one day and said, "I think I'd like to do this. What would you like me to write about?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. What do you like to write? What do you like?" He said, "Well, I like music." So he began then writing a series of wonderful articles about student musicians, local musicians, national musicians, and then when he didn't do that, he took some student opinion polls and went on from there. So I feel as though we have brought somebody new into the English fold and into the writing world, and so I'm delighted to give the Warrior Times Award to John Muse.
Thank you, Ms. Lynn. Mrs. Veronica Walsh to present the Mathematics Awards. And my apologies to Ms. Walsh also, because I gave away one of hers.
The Rensselaer Medal, which was awarded to Kathy Turco a little bit earlier for her excellence in math and science. I really have to add something to that because in all my years at Wakefield, there hasn't been any student that has gotten a perfect score in every quiz and test that I've given. And she has managed to do that. So I applaud her totally. Mrs. Hallinan is going to now present the Newton Award.
The Newton Award is given for the highest ranking student in AP Calculus, the BC level. This year's recipient is Douglas McDonald.
And L'Hopital's Award, which is the highest ranking senior in AP Calculus, AB level, Jennifer Kosolik. Next with me, Mr. Neal for the Math Team Awards.
I have the opportunity tonight to give away, or to give to the two co-captains a small token. 4-year participation on the math team. Clarence Lai, who was the 4-year member, now a captain. He was kind of the quiet sleeper. He was there, steady, held on, maintained the scores, and worked hard at making sure that the others were prepared for their competitions. Greg Beutner, the other co-captain, was a person that I was able to pick up at about halfway through the freshman year. He's involved with drama, and we had some conflicts sometimes to get him onto the math team. Greg was a person that I could count on. Many times on the bus, Greg was studying for the competition upcoming, material that he had never had, and would read the book on the bus on the way to the competition to find out if he could learn something new and participate in a subject area that he was not familiar with. And he did score in quite a few of those competitions, and he's helped us out a lot. Greg Beutner, Clarence Lai, co-captain.
Math department would like to give out Achievement in Math Awards. These are students that have had a B or better average while at Wakefield High School. Greg Beutner, Anthony D. Matakis, Kathleen Candler, Clarence Lay, Stephanie LeClaire, Doug McDonald, Steve McGuire, Scott Simpson, Eric Sorensen, Kathy Yen, Jan Ledun, Nicholas Solo, Rachel Spear, Alexis Bailey, Richard Cook, Danielle Macaba, Human Vakili, Allison Currier, Eric Lyons, Michael Monteforti, Elizabeth Newman, Alessandra Santorelli, and Dominic Sarni.
Very good.
Jan, I get Jan this down.
The next presenter, Mr. O'Leary, will present the Technical Drawing and Woodshop Award. Mr. O'Leary.
Again, it's a pleasure to be in front of you to tell you that the winner of the Technical Drawing Award, which is Mr. Goodhue's Award, it encompasses a $50 check and a certificate, and the winner this year is Andrew Richards. And the Woodshop Award, which is the top-ranking student in Mr. Kramer's shop class. It's a student who knows his 2x4s, Nicholas Sulo.
Those are not easy awards to achieve, by the way. They take considerable amount of visual acuity that most of us don't have. Our next awards are the Massachusetts Foreign Language Association Awards for Excellence. They'll be presented by Mr. Hall.
It's a pleasure and an honor to announce the Massachusetts Foreign Language Association Awards for Excellence. For excellence in Latin, Nicole Mihalka. For excellence in French, Catherine Yen. For excellence in Spanish, Allison Courier.
Massachusetts Foreign Language Association Awards for Leadership, Mr. Amadeo.
Bonsoir. I'm proud to present this award to a wonderful young woman, a student of both French and Latin, and the driving force of Le Cercle Français, French Club. She organized meetings, outings, fundraisers, fêtes, and soirées from the very beginning of the year to the present moment. Congratulations, félicitations, Elizabeth Newman.
In the last 4 years, the Wakefield High School has hosted the state Junior Latin Society Classics Club Society Awards and their Classics Day, twice in the last 4 years. Mrs. Paula Smith has been instrumental in doing that. Last 3 weeks ago, we had about 400 kids at the high school all over the place. You saw all sorts of chariots and exams going on and people running around looking as though they were from about 4 centuries ago. Mrs. Paula Smith is here tonight to present the National Latin Honor Society Awards and the National Latin Exam Awards. Mrs. Smith.
The first group of awards are for students who have maintained an average of 90 or better this year. They are Kathleen Candler, Elizabeth Newman, Stephanie LeClaire, Douglas McDonald, Stephen McGuire, and Jennifer Casoli. There were also several Latin students who did very well in the National Latin Exam this year. Winners of silver medals with a Maxima Cum Laude certificate, Kathleen Candler, Elizabeth Newman, and Stephen McGuire. Magna Cum Laude certificates to Anthony Diamantakis, Stephanie LeClaire, Douglas McDonald, Nicole Mahalka, and Jennifer Casoli. And cum laude certificate to Catherine Reardon.
Point to be made on one of the recipients of the last award. One of those recipients also happens to work 40 hours a week, 365 days a year. He's done that for the last 4 years, and he still maintains some really superior classwork. And I think that if he had the opportunity to spend more time on his classwork, that you'd really see him take off like a shot. That's Anthony Diamantakis. Next are our music awards to be presented by our really outstanding band director, state champion for years and years running now, who has built our current superior band and orchestra, and along with her cohort, Ron Chabarro, have done absolutely super stuff with a great cross-section of our high school, and we're just delighted to have them. Ms. Smith.
Thank you. I'd like to present the Director's Award for Excellence in Jazz. This is presented in recognition of outstanding achievement in jazz to one who displays the highest standard of musicianship, leadership, and dedication. And the 1994 award goes to Tom Grace. The Director's highest award for excellence in band is presented in recognition of outstanding achievement in music and academics to a person of singular merit with regard to loyalty, cooperation, interest, and ability, and one who displays the highest quality of character and conduct which the Wakefield High School music program strives to impart. And the recipient is Tony Calabrese. The Director's Award for Excellence in Orchestra is presented in recognition of outstanding achievement in orchestral music to one who displays the highest standard of musicianship, leadership, and dedication. And the award goes to Stephen Leary. The Award of Excellence in Vocal and Choral Music is presented in recognition of outstanding achievement to one who displays the highest standard of leadership, musicianship, and dedication to the fine art of singing, and the recipient is Beth LaPierre. The Wakefield High School Theater Awards. This year, the award for excellence in theater performance, Boyd Greg Boydner. The award for excellence in theater performance, girl, goes to Beth LaPierre. The award for excellence in theater production goes to David Ball. And the award for excellence in theater production and performance, Clarence Lai.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. To present the Rhode Island School of Design Award, this is an art award, Mr. Hilton Hall.
For the Rhode Island School of Design Art Award, Mrs. Peterman and Mrs. Zuki have selected Jeff Hardaker.
Jeff has a rather large painting he has donated to the school that hangs in the social studies area that was on Columbus. He did on Columbus in 1992. And every time you go by it, you say, what a wonderful, wonderful talent. And so we're delighted that he received that award, by the way. Mrs. Nancy Minicello to present some Personal Achievement Awards and the Guidance Awards.
Each year, the Guidance Department pays special recognition to a student who has overcome especially difficult personal challenges during his or her high school career. This year, the award goes to an individual who has worked very hard to meet with personal success. She is a credit to Wakefield High School, to her parents, and most of all, to herself. This year, the counselors take great pleasure in presenting the award to Alex Curley. This year, the Guidance Department will give 2 appreciation awards. These awards will be given to 2 young women who, on a weekly basis, prepared all the college and scholarship notices for both the schools and newspapers. Their contribution was of invaluable assistance to the Guidance Department and to the students and parents of Wakefield. The awards this year go to Jennifer Stevenson and Jennifer Livesey.
The next awards are the Business Department Awards, and to present those, we have a series of people. Mrs. Bodie, who's the department chairman, Mrs. Joanna Relli, and Mrs. Claire Laidlaw. Mrs. Bodie.
Thank you. It's my pleasure tonight to introduce to you our 2 assistants here helping, Mrs. Zarelli and Mrs. Laidlaw. All of you eventually will enter the world of business. The young people in your class that are going to be recognized tonight are just getting a faster start than some of you. The first award will be for certificates in excellence in accounting. The 3 seniors who will be receiving the awards have retained a straight A average all year long. We have Stephen McGuire, Tracy McCarthy, and Stephen Rubman. All right, for excellence in computer applications, this is a class that has grown in popularity, and the young students that do very well in this usually excel in computers. The following two students are no exception, retaining a straight A average: Tom Grace and Eric Lyons. For excellence in fashion merchandising, Michelle Luongo. Top seniors in keyboarding, Christina Hogan, Jamie Noren. Our marketing education program at Wakefield is quite a large one, and we'd like to recognize the following seniors tonight. Marketing Education 1 award winners: Jennifer Hackett, Nakia McCauley, and William McLaughlin. Marketing Ed 2 recipient, another senior, Alicia Harris. Marketing Ed 3 student and former bank officer also at the school, Michelle Yuba. Top senior in typing, Jamea Webster. I don't know if she's here tonight. All right, and the last three awards will be presented by Mrs. Laidlaw. They encompass the word processing modules. We have word processing 1, 2, and 3 awards to be given out. Seniors, word processing 1, excellence in Carolyn Guerrier, Stephen McGuire, and Michelle Luongo. In word processing 2, Heather Kraus, and she's another former officer of our student bank, Howard Harrington, Jan Ladon, and Amy Olson. Please come forward. And our last award is for our Word Processing 3 student, maintaining good grades throughout the year and giving a top effort, Jennifer Livesey. very much.
Next awards, thank you, Mrs. Bodie. Our next awards will be given by Ms. Jude Daly for television production.
Thank you. Is there anybody out there that didn't get an award? I think you should just come up and get what's left. The television award, usually every year we give 3. This year we had a tie. There are 4 people who displayed a great deal of growth, creativity, change, and general all-around critical viewing skills in television, which I'm going to hurry up and say their names so we can go home and do some critical viewing tonight before it's over. The first award goes to, could you read the name?
Stephen Halligan.
Thank you, Stephen Halligan. The second award goes to Christy Hariskas. This award goes to Rick Byrne. And that was a very, very long wait. Congratulations. Is David Garby in the audience tonight? Accepting for Dave, Mr. Joe Sullivan. Thank you. Thank you all, folks.
Mr. Arthur Beebe to present the Peer Leadership Award. Mr. Beebe.
Good evening. It is my distinct honor to present this Peer Leadership Award, which is given by the Wakefield Drug and Alcohol Task Force to one of the outstanding peer leaders of the class of 1994. In recognition of her work on behalf of the youth of Wakefield, a savings bond is given to a young lady who's on her way to Florida, Miss Kim Ring.
This is my award. This award is given to a person who throughout the 4 years of high school has displayed consistent and outstanding leadership to the school, in the school, among the students, among the faculty. He has done everything that you could possibly ask him to do without a whimper, without a whine, without a thought of anything. He's been there always for his classmates. Scott Simpson. My last award is not on anybody's docket. It is a particular honor to give this award. This award is given to a teacher It's a nomination for superior performance over a very long period of time. It's a once-in-a-lifetime award. And for any of us who have had the great privilege of watching these performances over the years, after school sessions, evening sessions, in the corridor, on the phone, Saturday morning sessions, to make sure that the students got what they were supposed to get and that they learned what they were supposed to learn. And there was no such thing as I can't do it. The talent, the artwork that is displayed in the students over a very long period of time and is something that you really don't get an opportunity to honor very often, if at all, because it's the daily work, it's the grunge work, it's the work that you have to do to prepare your students to do well in life. For those of you who have had the great privilege of being taught by this teacher, you know that there's no such thing as failure. There's only success because of the great teaching art she brings to you. And the best part of it is that she doesn't know she's getting it. In recognition of excellence in teaching, Texas Christian University and the Tandy Corporation has accepted the nomination of Wakefield High School for a very great teacher, very great talent, whose devotion to her students is without peer. It is particularly nice to give this to someone that you know. This award is given to Mrs. Patricia Hallinan. If you could come up, that would be nice. Can you come up? Steve. We did not tell her that she was getting this. We invited her family to come, and those who could did. And we're simply delighted because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to recognize one of our own. Thank you all very much for coming. We appreciate it.